That's a weird effect. Reflection of my microwave. Boo. What is up, everybody? Make some coffee. Because that's what we do. We aren't in a truck stop. Mr. Roscoe, Daniel Nottingham, Juan. Juan says he's first, but it's the third comment. Sean Price. Jonathan Wheeler, what's up? So we're going to make some coffee. Got the water. Opening that up. So how is everybody this morning? I had a late night last night. I drove till about 10. See, and I knew it'd be like that. Alright, I'll check it out. We'll check it out, Juan. No, when I first booked this whole weekend of the Power Only, the load that I'm delivering Monday morning, it's scheduled at 6 on the Raycon. But knowing the company history, and I've done those loads before, I made sure that there was an open window on it, even though the Raycon's at 6. Because the guy at the customer even said, I don't know why they put them at 6 a.m. It's yeah, all of the drivers show up at the same time, and we can't do them all at the same time. Anyways, I knew that Morrilton was going to take me forever. I knew it. And just like I remember of years of past, they did. I was there for 4 hours. Try to get some detention out of that one. And but I told her, I said, I can't do this Power Only unless that Monday morning load has an open window. And sure enough, I got here at 10:30. Spooning the coffee. You guys are wondering what I'm doing here. So I'd be late even if I did the 8-2 split. Well, no. Yeah, even if I did the 8-2 split, it would have been late. So guess who's not going to Morrilton anymore? By the way, there was a bunch of Schneider trailers there too. I saw those loads all the time. Never did them. It's funny, I'm running Arkansas a lot more than I did when I was at Schneider. I'm not even reading the comments yet because I'm that guy. Let's see here. Now we got the coffee going. There's only 4 people in here. Juan, thank you for the shout out. You roll out of bed looking that good? Quit flirting with me, Roscoe. But yes, I do. I'm about to do my pre-trip and get going to St. Louis. Going to St. Louis. I will not. Well, I'll be going. Well, I got to talk to the broker about my tire situation. Make sure that we're good for delivery tomorrow. If it's still open window. Because if not, then I have to give that load back because of my tire. Coffee has priority over chat. It does. You are correct. And today's video is brought to you by Cafe Altura. This is the best coffee. This is the best coffee. Bar none. No argument. Nada. Nothing. So, one, no, you don't have a billion followers, but one day you will. And anybody who wants to be thankful and do shout outs on YouTube, whether they have 1 subscriber or 1 million subscribers, it's appreciated. It's called gratitude, Juan. I'm all about the gratitude. Attitude of gratitude. That's how we roll. I had people texting me yesterday, dude, did you go back to Transland? No, I didn't. Obviously, you don't watch my videos. That's actually where I'm at, though. We're all, I'm going to get my shoes on, and then I'll show you guys. Oh my God, I disappeared. No, you don't want that view. Okay. Here, let's do that. Oh, my phone is still plugged in. Everyone, don't forget to send your bills this weekend. Yeah, Jeff, the reason why I didn't send mine in yet is because I didn't know if I could do it out of order, since I'm delivering 2 numbers ago today. So, but as soon as I deliver this morning, I will send all of them. Plus, I don't have POD on the one I just did yet, so. Because there's nobody in the office at 10 o'clock at night. See, Juan, you just got a new subscriber. This is why, you know why we're doing shout outs. Everybody subscribe to Juan Avalos. That's how we roll. Man, there's only like 5 people that care about my coffee. That's very saddening to me. That's okay. They can't all be winners. Yeah. Steve, what's up? But yeah, I got here at the Transland yard. You fudge the dates. And dropped the trailer. Had a bit of a panic moment because I didn't notice when my 8-hour clock went green. Had to call Harold to remember if it. Our 8-hour clock on our ELD is kind of dumb. Jeff's mentioned it. And if you don't know the exact time it turns green, it can kind of screw you. Now, if you're starting from your 14-hour and just driving straight through, then you just do simple math. But then, if not, you gotta write down and pay attention when you went back on duty. And since I was in the sleeper berth for 4 hours yesterday, I went back on duty. For some reason, I thought it was less than 8 hours, and so all of a sudden the 8-hour thing came up. I'm like, but we made it here, no problem. I pulled over and did some math, thanks to the help of Harold. So, man, awesome thing about coffee, it makes your truck smell good. Yeah. Juan, you would love this coffee, dude. Zach Robinson, what's up? Let's see what else is going on. So we gotta get a tire fixed. That's gonna suck. Hopefully it won't take too long. The service that comes around the Transland yard there, they offered to do it, but then they wanted to charge me a service call when their shop is literally a mile that way. Nah, I'll just drive it there. But all in all, I stayed busy all weekend, made some extra money, but it's not impressive money. Kept me busy with my trailer being tied up, so. Transland tire? No, my tire. I have a flat tire on my trailer. Obviously, you don't watch my videos either. Jeez. No, James Best. Whenever I got here on Saturday to pick up the Transland trailer, they have a service that comes around and checks all the trailer tires every single morning, right? And they don't look at the sides of the trailers, they just look at the tires. So very often I get chalk marks on my tires. You know, it's not a big deal. And when I was hooking up to the Transland trailer, the shop guy came up and goes, Steve, did you know your trailer has a flat? No, I didn't. So evidently it's a slow leak, because they were fine when I parked the trailer Friday night. So I checked it, sure enough it's flat. So I got to take care of that this morning. Man, I got like 3,000 flies in here because I left my windows open yesterday at a paper plant. Even though I'm local, I brew a pot and take it with me in a thermos. I also have a Contigo cup, which keeps it warm for up to 5 hours. I have one of those too, man. It's not Contigo, but it's the Ozark Mountain or whatever brand that Walmart has. The Mountain Ridge, Mountain Range, I don't know. Something with the mountain. Something with the damn mountain. Let's see. Something with that symbol. All their outdoor stuff. This keeps coffee pretty warm. So let's do this. I think we're done brewing. Prep, Florida, I saw you sneak in here. Hot Patch and Roll. Oh, it was a trail, that's what it is, yeah. Yeah, I can't remember if it's the same tire I had repaired earlier or if it's the other one. I want to say it's a different one. So, you know, I have to admit that having my own trailer, I wouldn't have to worry about tires as often as, you know, you did when you're dealing with dropping hooks. And so far, it's not been the case. I've had 2 flats in March, April, May, in the course of 4 months. That's half a flat a month. So that's kind of annoying. And so yeah, I'm kind of bummed about that. But you know what, guys? As much as I had fun with the power only, I'm ready to get back under my own trailer. So there's a sense of pride having your own trailer. It really is. For those of you who want to enter the spot market and buy your own trailer, it's pretty cool to see your own trailer behind you. It's not as cool as like Yeti's trailer, but you know. But there's still a sense of pride. And I like it. I've been thinking about getting the Like Trucking logo on the back of the trailer. I need to redo my numbers, as Harold pointed out on my last vlog I did. He said it looked like a 5-year-old put them on. Can you believe he said that? That Harold. See, I got flies in here. Now this coffee maker's got one of those screen filter things. where you don't have to buy filters, but I buy filters anyways. It's easier to clean up. Boink, done. So don't forget to grease the fifth wheel. That's for sure. You are correct. You know, and my trailer is newer and nicer than the one I pulled yesterday. I don't miss them old TA 9.5 series trailers, you know. You guys notice that Brent grins a lot? I don't know if you can trust somebody that's always smiling. I'm just kidding, Brent. You know I'm just messing with you. Ouch. What'd you do? Why are you saying ouch, Roscoe? It's weird, man. There's like, it's only showing 3 people in here, but there's like 5 people commenting. So either I got a crappy signal or... YouTube's been kind of messed up lately. A lot of notifications aren't coming through. Like, my phone hasn't rang yet. Like, my other phone that I'm subscribed to myself because I'm narcissistic, it hasn't said, it hasn't beeped or whatever, so I know it's off. So that's why there's only 5 people in here. And then the Apple iPhone thing. What's up with Apple showing the opposite? You know, it's like Facebook now. You know, Facebook Live, everything's a video from your driver's seat. It looks like you're from England or something. Alrighty. I love this little table. I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh. This is like a stationary platform underneath the TV, and I put the coffee pot back there, and I put the maker right there. But this table, I'm not fancy like Roscoe, and the seat turns around, but this flips out. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Big Road Little Truck, what's up? Brian Garner. Man, my camera's all messed up. They are. Hi. So, I think I'm going to turn off the AU and open the windows to let some of these flies out. Probably a bad idea. So let's go to the front, shall we? Turn that off. I love my APU. Man, when you live 2 years without an APU, man, there's like 83 flies up in here. Jeez. Man, the sun's in my face. Oh, man. Let's open the windows, let these suckers out. Yeah. How about them apples? Wow, that was a mistake. Man, it's nice out. You guys want to see where I'm at? You guys want to see the new Max? Here's where I'm at. Here, we'll go look at my trailer. My trailer. By the way, for those of you who want to do flatbed and don't want to be an owner-operator, Translane's got a flatbed division. It's funny, I get funny looks around here. And we'll see my tire. My tire. It's flat. See? They even wrote flat. Stupid The tire. Yeah, I think that's the one I patched. So this is a new flat here. You guys want to go see the Max? I think they still got some new ones that aren't moved in yet. So I don't think anybody would appreciate me like, look at this truck. It's not mine. Maybe. I've got the oddball truck here. Someone asked me if I miss working here. No. I miss the people. Yeah, there's one guy moving into a Mac, and so no Mac stories today. I don't miss working here. I really don't. Yesterday really reminded me of that because got one of those crappy Morrilton loads. See, they you sit here long enough, they mark the tires. I got chalk marks on my tires. See? None of them are marked flat, I guess, so you get a free tire inspection. The truck's dirty. Okay. Oh, I'm getting some funny wear here. I gotta rotate these. These damn heavy loads are starting to cut into them. These have been good tires, guys. These Generals. I think Berger's got them on his. But yeah, I gotta rotate. I got a little bit of a wear right here. Chalk. Oh, my phone's ringing. Oh wait, no, that's my alarm. That's my alarm. I set my alarm to be up. Ring. Ring, ring, ring. Excuse me. It's 7 a.m. Time to get up. Here, let's move this cord. I bet you that was annoying. As much as the sun. So rates are getting better. Except for this weekend. And I'm actually looking forward to the blitz. Steve, that's weird. Why would you do that? Because rates go up during the blitz. You know why? Because half the people stay home because they're sissies. Nah, I'm just kidding. Don't cry. I'm usually home during the blitz because that's when my wife takes vacation. She just happens to take it the first week of June, and that's usually when the blitz is. So, what else going on? You guys are awfully quiet. I'm in Stratford, Missouri, big road. I'm at the yard of where I did the power only move this weekend. Groundhog, what's up? Haven't seen you in a minute. Bunch of birds over here. What if they're... Look, check it out. Wonder if you can see it. I can't now. I scared them away. Always busy. Always busy. Yeah, it's been, man, I've already been on for 25 minutes. Man, I can't shut up. Let's check the Eld. Says I'm over my limit on duty. Here, I'll show you guys. There, it'll focus or not. Focus. If I want to do the 8-2 split, you have to change duty status, and that would turn green. And that's how much time I have left. That's the part that is dumb. See, these count now. That one doesn't. It just lights up when it's 2 hours within your 30 that you gotta take your 30-minute break. And then there's no yellow. Like, this will turn yellow before you go out of service. This will turn yellow. That one just like goes from green to red. That's annoying. But weren't they supposed to pass like a new thing that might eliminate the 8-hour break anyways? That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Other than that, man, I like the fact that I could see my 70 right there. So if I'm trying to plan something, then I've got my 70 right there. It's getting better, Juan. I just have to be real careful getting in and out of the truck. Some days are better than others. Thanks for asking. Yeah, one of those flatbedders is hooking up to his trailer over here. And like yesterday was kind of, you know, and then I got to be real careful. Like yesterday I had to walk on uneven ground where I was parked at the paper plant, and I got to be real careful in those situations. And then I've got a little stool to get in and out of the trailer. I need to buy like one of them ladder things for the trailer that attaches to the bumper. That's on the list of things to get. Because getting out of the trailer, you know, you don't want to jump on that ankle like that. But yeah, it's pretty peaceful out here, despite all the traffic. Now check it out. Their trailers, I don't know if you guys can see that with the sun, but they have these holes on the top there. They're like sunlight holes. So like when you get in your trailer, you can kind of see in there. You don't need a flashlight or anything. That's kind of neat. What I don't like, you know, I was thinking about utility trailers. The trailer I had yesterday was a utility, and it was it seems like utilities are a lot harder to close the doors when the tandems are all the way back with the heavy load, because, you know, it's twisted so the doors don't line up right. You got to slide your tandems before you can close the doors. As we get older, it takes longer to heal. I can say that because I'm older than you. I jumped out of a trailer at the yard once and my DBL caught me and gave me an earful. Yeah, Juan, I remember I was training this guy, and this company is like really like, if you collect workman's comp, they really hate that. You know, most companies do. But like they even had a thing where if you, like if nobody collected workman's comp through the year, then you got a bonus. So if people took workman's comp, it took a little bit out of this money they had in this account. It was a whole convoluted thing, but long story short, they hate, you know, workman's comp, right? So, anyways, I was training this dude, and you know, I'm that butthead trainer that makes the guy sweep out the trailer, right? It's gonna get loud. There's a train track right here. So we'll watch the train go by, and then I'll finish my story. Porta potty. Oh, there it is. Hi, train. Look at all that tank freight. It's a loud train. Here, we'll roll up the window. Just for, oh, it's over now, of course. Usually those trains a lot longer than that. So anyways, I was training a guy, and of course, you know, I'm that butthead guy that makes him sweep out the trailer, because, you know, I'm the boss, he's the trainee, so, you know, go sweep out the trailer, right? Sweeps out the trailer, and he hands me the broom. So I turn around to put it back in the truck, and he jumps out of the trailer like from a full stance, like not just like sitting down and then jumping off. He like jumped like he's on the back of his pickup truck or something. Guess what he did? He hurt his ankle, to the point that we had to take our load to the yard, and he couldn't drive. And the safety person was like, "Why did you let him jump out of the trailer?" I was like, I turned around for a second. I mean, you would think a grown adult would know better than that. So, that guy is actually still here, by the way. But yeah, safety let me have it, even though I'm not the one who jumped out of the trailer. He goes, "Well, why didn't you tell him not to jump out of the trailer?" I'm like, some things that you just shouldn't have to tell people. I mean, if I gotta micromanage to that point, then he doesn't need to be driving a truck. What would you say is a typical rate per mile someone should expect on Schneider Choice or USA Truck Self-Dispatch versus mileage program? Well, Big Road, that's a hard question to answer, because, you know, Schneider has got stuff that's $3 and $4 a mile on the short haul stuff. And then they've got stuff that's 80 cents a mile, you know, so, you know, that's why percentage is better, because then you can get that fluctuation to work in your favor. I don't know anything about USA. I didn't know they had a choice program, but I noticed USA's got like a lot of new trucks. They got those new Volvos and the new Freightliners. But yeah, so I mean, I remember one time Jeff called me up. He was doing 3 loads when he was at Schneider. Not 3. It was like these loads that pay $100 for 10 miles, and there was like 10 of them. He made good money, you know, just doing that. So it just depends. Daniel, what's up? Oh, see you later, Daniel. CPAP, what's up? So, I started to watch your video, CPAP, of your numbers. I got halfway through it, then I got a phone call. So, I'll have to finish it. I like that thing you're doing with the screen stuff. I'm way behind on my computer stuff on my Trucking Pro. I'm sure the like guys are like, "Go to trucking office, you can do it." I'm stubborn, but rates they fluctuate, and fuel surcharge changes, so it's hard to say what a typical rate is. I mean, so you just look at how much you need to make per day, and it's very doable. I mean, I know guys that their cost of running the Schneider Finance trucks are about $1.20, $1.30 a mile, and they do all right. So, they always get north of that. So that's about all I could say, Big Road. I'm sorry I'm not more helpful, but that's one of the, if you take a look at these mileage programs, let's say like somebody like Crete, or Prime's percentage, I'm sorry, somebody like Crete, if it's $1.10 a mile and your costs are like $1.08 a mile, there's not much profit there, and the only fluctuation you have is with fuel surcharge, and that's usually a little bit behind the time. So if fuel is trending up, it takes a minute for that fuel surcharge to come up. In my world, I don't worry about fuel surcharge. Some of the brokers bill it that way, but others don't. So that's why there's fluctuation in some of our loads. If you're doing the same load, same broker, and then they'll fluctuate a little bit. Where's my coffee? Man, I made my coffee. I've not even got it in my hand. Coffee. So what else you guys got? This thing's pretty cool. It's like a selfie stick top, but it's on a tripod. That's what I use for my live feeds when I'm not in the seat. Alright guys, look, I guess this video's over with. Nobody's talking. I've only got 10 people in here. And I can't roll yet. Not yet? Okay. I can't roll yet anyways. See, I write down my times that I go to bed or go to sleep or birth. It's 10:25, so I can roll at 8:25. That's for another hour. Wish I had something to eat in this truck. That's the question I had, sorry. No, I get, Steve Berger and I were talking about this yesterday. We get a lot of people that call us and they want us to look at the load boards for them. I mean, well, not me anymore, but like back when I was at Schneider. And I get it. You're trying to do research if you want to come over to Schneider, right? Go over to Schneider. And basically, if you live east of the Mississippi, you're going to find freight. Schneider's got plenty of freight. I don't know much about the West Coast. If you live in Phoenix, Arizona, you're going to be going to California a lot. If you, I'm not even going to say the Mississippi, I'm going to say 35, I-35. If you live I-35 and east, you're good to go. If you live south of I-10 in Florida, Schneider's not going to hire you anyways. And they have some against Massachusetts. So, but other than that, you're good to go. If you live in Pennsylvania, you're in a good Schneider spot. If you live in Ohio, Illinois, Chicagoland, you're good to go. You live in Cincinnati? Yeah, you'd be, that's a good spot. You got pies, Mr. Best. New PC rule change Shadow Wolf was talking about. We can talk about that. You guys have to be careful with that, because I think Big Rich had some PC violations. So, like, one of the things that says, the new thing says, is that you can use personal conveyance if you are forced to leave, a shipper, receiver, or a law enforcement officer tells you have to move. That's all fine and dandy. However, it is for the closest parking. So let's say you're in St. Louis and you're heading east to Indianapolis, right? And you're in St. Louis and you can't park where you're at. Let's say the nearest safest parking place is west versus east. So let's say a truck stop is like 5 miles away west, but 10 miles away east. Well, then if you get pulled over, a cop's going to be like, why didn't you go to the Loves there on the west side? And it clears up a lot of the gray area, but it also creates some. And a lot of guys are going to get tickets because they're either A, abusing it, or B, they don't know how it works. For example, I know a driver that would use personal conveyance if he had to get his truck worked on. So if he was not under a load, he would bobtail home, and then he would bobtail to the shop. He would use personal conveyance. Well, technically, you're not allowed to do that because you're going to maintain the truck. That's an on-duty status kind of thing. Yes, it's at the discretion of the officer. Now, I will say this: they clarified that you don't, unladen or not, laden or unladen, you're good to go. You're good to use personal conveyance. So, like, if I'm at a shipper and I want to go to the store real quick, we're good, But I would be very careful and make sure you read. I don't have the thing in front of me, but make sure you read them carefully. And the problem that's going to happen is now all the things that everybody griped about with e-logs has happened. And I'm sorry, that didn't make sense. All the problems with e-logs have been brought out in the open, and they tried to solve some of those issues with these new changes. Like what do we do with shippers, receivers, And that kudos to them. And then Shadow Wolf mentioned about FMCSA starting a thing where you can complain about shippers that are excessive in their time or whatever, which is good. That's the thing with e-logs. Everybody that was all anti-e-log, what they didn't realize is that all the issues of the hours of service, all the issues that we deal with the shippers and receivers and all that stuff, could finally be addressed. Because, face it, when you're on paper, you make a lot of those situations go away, right? So we went years and years without any solution because everybody was just covering up. We were putting band-aids on everything. Now that everybody's on e-logs, now we can finally address the issue. Regulations are created, rules and regulations are created when problems arise. And if you're always covering up the problem, then, yeah, and they won't. Because CPAP says some shippers receivers still don't care. They look, like for example, if you show up at a shipper, right, and their forklift's broken, and they sit there and says, well, you got to wait here, you have this mentality, well, it's not my problem, you need to get it fixed. or oh, we're understaffed today, so forgive us or whatever. Well, not my problem. Load my truck, right? Well, that's how they look at our hours of service. Hey, I'm about to run hours. Not my problem. And they've always been like that. I've heard that they were way worse before the 14-hour rule. They were way worse when he had more flexibility. But the regulations that can now be addressed, the 14-hour rule, think about all the agricultural stuff. Those guys been fudging their paper all the time to make stuff work, because that cattle's got to get to where it needs to go. Now they're on e-logs, or now once they were maybe forced to go on e-logs, then that created a new situation. They could finally address it, and they did. They're exempt right now. So it's that's where the positivity of e-logs comes out, is like, now we can address all the issues that you guys were all freaked out on. And the new personal conveyance guidelines addresses a lot of them. What do we do if, but you're going to have guys that abuse them. And that's going to create a new problem. I know a safety director that's kind of like just freaking out. And that's why Schneider has, you can't personal convey with the trailer. You can't, they have really strict rules of when you can personal convey. And they do that so there's no gray area. They do that on purpose because they don't want their guys trying to guess if they're legal or not. It's cut and dry. Hey, you had a trailer, you used personal conveyance, don't do that. And they'll be like, bad driver. Bad. No, CPAP, I fixed the issues. The way these carriers are is, if you start with a hot truck and put it on low, it overworks it, so it does the breaker. And that's what I was doing. So what I do before I park, I crank up the air in here, I crank up the air in the sleeper, and then when I park, I turn it on, you turn on high. But like Thursday, when I had to wait a day to deliver my load to Kansas City, it was like 100 degrees outside, and the AC ran all day on high. So, and that and a clogged fuel filter is the only issues, knock on wood, I've had with this APU. Speaking of which, Transland's new Max, they got carrier APUs. They've been using Thermo King since they came out, and they just switched to carrier. They're trying them out. I told them they'd be a lot happier with them. I think it's a cost thing for them. I think they just did because they're cheaper. And I'm sure there's a couple of them bitching. Yeah, you thought my truck just got hit? Yeah. There's two flatbed trailers next to me. One just got grabbed. The other one, the guy's hooking up to it. Having heard Shadow Wolf's name in the feed a few times now, for some reason I'm hearing the feed with you speaking in his voice, waiting for you to start reviewing your coffee. My coffee's awesome. That's the beauty of that coffee. That's my coffee review. Shadow Wolf's been in Springfield a couple times. We weren't able to connect and hang out. This new Mack Anthem looks like a Volvo V&L with a different skin. The headlight hood configuration's kind of funky. Saw a new Toyota Tundra yesterday, and they kind of have the same look. It's almost like boxy. It's almost like Mad Max-ish. They're pretty neat. I like them. Yeah, my father-in-law, he's an old school trucker. He's an old school roadway guy. And I showed him a picture of the new Mac, and he just kind of like, it just kind of blew his mind a little bit. You know, he's been retired. I mean, he's been retired for like 15 years. Actually, longer than that, since my wife and I have been together. Like he stepped up in my truck, which is kind of like, you know how Roadway was. Their trucks were very scaled down, you know, 3 gauges, and that was it. And you know, and he got in this truck, and it was like a space shuttle to him. It was like all the gauges and lights and everything. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna end this live feed. I'm gonna see if the dispatchers are in, so I give them the paperwork and get my POD, and then work on hooking up to my trailer. Well, I still got an hour before I can leave, but my battery's about to die anyways. Hey, speaking of which, man, Big Rich last night, man, he was shooting his gun off. That was awesome. I loved it. I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna start a gun collection. I've become that guy. So, all right, guys, take it easy, and guys, be good to each other. Life's too short to be an asshole. See ya.